Welcome to Saturday Night Live with yours truly, Posha Malcolm. Tonight's theme is, are you really listening to your bodies? Or are we really listening to our bodies? Have you ever tried to, has your body ever tried to tell you something before you realize what it was? Well, that's what happened to me. As we go into our Saturday Night Live, you will learn a lot more. And I am going to pin this in the comment. Just give me a moment. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you. Good night again. If it's your first time, welcome to a place where your story matters, your joy is welcome, and your presence is a blessing. If you're returning, you already know I love and appreciate you. Welcome one and all. Bring your positive vibes and let us connect. I have Young Tree with us. Hello, Young Tree. How are you? Thank you so much for joining tonight and for being the first one to say hello. Thank you so much for joining us. And as we always do our affirmation, grounded in purpose, covered in grace, moving forward in faith. Let's go again. Grounded in purpose, covered in grace, moving forward in faith. Tonight is about health. I want to open an honest conversation about health, about paying attention to the signals our bodies send, and about the simple things that can make a big difference in how we feel every day. So stay tuned, stay with me, because what I learned this week might help someone here tonight. And as you know, I always check in on you. How are you doing? How was your day, Young Tree? How was your week? Let me know how you are. How was your week this or today? Have you been enjoying your weekend? You can give me a little emoji. Good. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. It's always good to know that we are here and we are alive. We can connect. We can communicate. It's such a beautiful thing when we can do that. And I want to give a shout out to my members. I want to shout out Bobby 2, CC1234. I see those videos coming. I see those videos coming. So thank you for starting posting again. You know, we love you, CC, and I appreciate it. All right. Yeah. And we have Adi 64. Blessings. Welcome. And as Adi 64 comes on, I just want to say big up to Adi 64 as well. And also to Retire Beard. Retire Beard has been doing his thing. And also Katie Pitter has been doing content that deals with legal stuff. So stay tuned for that, right, by visiting Katie Peters' channel. And we have a new member, Aphrodisiac. So thank you, Aphrodisiac, for joining us. And I did not look for Aphrodisiac. Let me see if I can find it quickly. I'm going to post in the chat all my members so you can even stop by to say hello, okay? Let me see if it comes up. Okay. All right. I'm not finding the channel right now. Let's see. Let's see if I find it like that. Okay. All right. So I did not find it, but next week I sure will have it. But Aphrodisiac has joined my membership, and I want to say thank you so much. And I'm going to put everyone in the chat. Please do check out my members. We are few in number, but we are going strong. And I really appreciate it. So let us go by After, Retire Beard, Katie Pitter, Adi64, and Bobby too, and say hello. And I just want to give a special shout out too to Addictive Movie Quotes. And Addictive Movie Quotes, I've been participating in our Saturday Night Live, and I just want to give a shout out to Addictive Code as well. So I'm going to put Addictive Code each week. I give a shout out to one of my Saturday Night Live members or someone that has been active on my channel. So please comment, like, share, give a thumbs up. I haven't seen a thumbs up in the chat as yet. Please give a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up because those things really matters in having YouTube push out my videos. And if you're liking my content, please give us a thumbs up and let me know in the chat as well. Also, where are you tuning in from? Are you in Canada? Are you in the US? Are you in Jamaica? Are you in Kenya? Are you in England? Where are you tuning from? Let me know. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Oh, I see a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Now I'm feeling much better tonight. All right, so my membership is open for 2026. If you click the link in the chat, which I'm going to put right now, if you click the link, you can join my membership. I have different subscriptions, and that's it. I have different subscriptions. So please be a part of the Posha Nation family. You'll get loyalty badges, custom emojis, members shout out, exclusive and early videos, and members only lives. And I will be doing something special. You'll hear of it as I go down the program for tonight. So please say hi in the chat. I want to hear from you. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Young Tree. I appreciate. Support the stream with a super chat or thanks. Enjoy. Every contribution helps grow the channel. I have a stick that I need for my GoPro before I start going back on the road to do my life, to do my travel vlogs. I really need a GoPro stick. I gave my sister because she didn't have any and she's in Jamaica. It's easier to get a stick right here in Canada than for her to get one in Jamaica. So please, if you can help me to get a stick, I would appreciate it, by your membership, by your super chats, by your support, because I like to take it. I like to show, more than what's on the level. I like to go high. So I need a stick that is long enough to showcase what's up in the air and to give you a good view. So please support me with that. I appreciate it. If you want to join my channel, you can support me. If you don't want to join my channel, you can support me by your super chats. And thanks. I really appreciate that. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. So if you're on those platforms, you can also join me as well. 6767. All right. All right. I'm not sure what that means. Explain yourself, Young Tree, so that I can get in the game with that. All right. So, as you know, we normally have our Saturday night live program from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're off to a late start. So, I'm moving a bit faster than I usually do. But in each week, we cover different things. In the first week, we cover inspirations to encourage us through a new month, question and answer. The second week, open discussions, right? Then the third week, we normally have our exciting general knowledge quiz. And after that, the fourth week, we do our celebration, birthday celebration. We may have a movie night or may have a games night. Who to tell? We don't know as yet, but stay tuned. It's always good. And then we do our reviews if we have a fifth week. All right. So we do a review of something. Could be food. It could be something going on the internet, whatever it is. We'll do a review. Right. Now, our weekly Black History Live will be changed to Black History Monthly Interview. We will be changing weekly Black History Live to Black History Monthly Live. This means that we will be conducting a live interview or recorded documentary slash interview. Due to my health and all the areas of the channel that needs attention, I am making it more manageable for me right now. Therefore, the last Tuesday of each month at 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. we'll be doing our Black History Monthly interview. I'll try to make it as creative and fun as possible until further notice, but that's what is going to be until further notice. And I just want to say that I am quitting sugar. Yes, those sugar pastries. Yes, I'm quitting sugar. Those refined sugar, right? So I'll be quitting refined sugar and healing my body in April. I would like to take you on this journey through my membership. I will have a guide with worksheets for you to follow. For those who join my membership, that will be free. If you do not join my membership and you want the guide with sheets, then the cost will be $25. It will become available on April 1. So I will put a form in my post for you to complete if you want this worksheet, this guide, this you know quitting sugar guide. It's going to be packed. It may be 100 pages. I'm not sure if I'm going to reach the 100 pages, but how I look at it, it seems that it's going to be 100 pages. So it's well going to be worth the cost. What you'll be getting is something that you can use to heal your body totally, in whatever it is, whatever problem you have, illness, whatever it is, it will help you. So it's going to only be $25, but whatever is in it is going to be resources that will help to guide your health on the right path. It's something that has been a long time coming, and I think God wants me to embark on it because I have the resources, I have the knowledge, I need to just put it out there. And so I'll be offering I Am Quitting Sugar guide, and it will be free for those who join my membership, and those who just want the guide, it will cost $25. And that should become available on April 1st when I start this challenge. So tonight, has your body ever tried to tell you something before you even realize it? Let me know in the chat. Have your body ever tell you? And please do give a thumbs up. I appreciate it. So the theme for tonight is, are you really listening? Are we really listening to our bodies? Are we really listening to our bodies? Right now my lips are dry, so I have to listen to my lips. So I'm drinking some water. So refreshing. How many water a day do you drink? A glass of water. How much glass of water do you drink per day? Let me know in the chat. I want to talk about something that's very personal to me. My doctor shared with me this week. I was diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia. I thought this would be a meaningful conversation because many people may be experiencing symptoms of it and not even knowing what's happening in your body. So tonight we are going to learn together. It's really an eye opener. I knew about iron deficiency before. I knew about iron because I think it was 2 years ago I struggled with iron deficiency, but not anemia. Now, this disclaimer I want to say is that I'm a plant-based eater, and as you go along, you will realize that plant-based eater. Hi, Bobby too. Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. And we have Katie, Peter. Good evening, Portia. Um, MODs and chat sending love and prayers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Katie, for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. And in the chat so far, we have Young Tree. Young Tree has joined us. Thank you so much. And we have Adi64 have joined us. Thank you for joining. And then we have Bobby too. Thank you, Bobby too, for joining. And then we have Katie, Peter. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate the presence. So I was saying that I went to my doctor and I learned that I have iron deficiency anemia. Sorry, it's been so long. I have been through a lot. I know that you have been going through a lot. I know Katie, I know Bobby too has been going through a lot. Hi, Katie and Young Tree. Thank you. I know we have been going through a lot. All of us, I know that there are things that we have been going through. And I do miss your presence. However, I know that we have to take care of ourselves. And tonight I want to put that forward. With all that we are going through, we have to put it forward that we have to take care of our bodies. This week, I learned that I have iron deficiency anemia. And Bobby, hey there. All right, Katie, Peter. But we have to take care of ourselves. So I want to sensitize persons to this. And maybe you're experiencing these symptoms. And so this is an informative session on our health. And as you know, our health is wealth. Wealth. So it's so important that we take care of our wealth by taking care of our health. What is iron deficiency anemia? Well, it says that iron deficiency anemia happens when your body does not have enough iron to produce healthy red blood cells. So we have red blood cells that goes through our bodies, right? It flows through our bodies. And it says that if our red blood cells carry oxygen throughout the body, so when iron levels are low, your body may not get the oxygen it needs to function properly. And one way we can put enough oxygen inside of us in the mornings when the air is clean, we can get up and we can take in some fresh air. Portia, do you have little white spots on your nails? That's a visual symptoms of iron deficiency. A little, well, it has some little, what do you call it? Some little streaks. I think that's one of the symptoms. They have some little streaks that looks kind of lines. Yes, that kind of looks white. So those can be a sign of deficiency, right? Iron deficiency. Well, we are going to go after this into the symptoms. Tell me what you know. Yes. So tell me what you know about iron deficiency as we share together. So in the mornings, try to get as much oxygen into your system as possible. One of the ways is by taking deep breaths. The oxygen in the body really, that putting that amount of oxygen in your body in the mornings is very good for your system. So in simple terms, low iron equal less oxygen in the body equal feeling weak and tired. And I have been weak and tired. I've been sleeping. I've not been having the energy. If you notice in my videos, I have not been posting like I usually post, right? I knew that something was going on in my body. And so I request that I do some tests to find out what's going on in my body. And that is iron deficiency anemia. So there are different signs that I was experiencing. Now, the common symptoms, you may get different symptoms. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat I know you may not stay all the way, but if you give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it as you join this live. Thank you so much. Then, so these are common symptoms that we will experience, like constant tiredness, which I was experiencing, weakness. You may have pale skin, headaches, dizziness. I got headaches now and again. So little by little, like, you know, periodically, not often, but I could feel headache, but it doesn't stay. I don't know if you have experienced that. Do you have dizziness, cold hands and feet? Like for me in the nights, I may get a little cold feet. So I'll always put on a socks. But I'm always thinking that because we're in winter, that's why I experience a little cold feet. Shortness of breath is another one. Fast heartbeat, brittle nails, like we were talking about, Katie, brittle nails. Then we have hair loss. I don't think I've experienced hair loss, but I know that I've had little shedding. But I'm thinking that maybe I have split end, but it could still be a hair loss from the symptoms. Difficulty concentrating is another thing that you experience. Difficulty concentrating. Have you experienced any of these? Or is there anything you may be experiencing that may be a part of this? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you have ever experienced any of these. So as I said, that my experience, I was feeling weak, I was tired, I wanted to sleep. And also, I must say that if you are, for females, if you're experiencing your monthly menstrual cycle, that too can deplete your iron. And if you're a plant-based eater like me, that also may be that you may have to step up on the amount of plant-based you eat and type of food that you eat that has iron. So there are so many things to it. What happens if it continues over a long term? If untreated for a long time, iron deficiency anemia can lead to extreme fatigue. So, you get fatigue easily. You have heart problems because the heart works harder to move the oxygen in your body. It weakens your immune system. So you may feel, that tiredness. There was one lady who experienced anemia, the iron deficiency anemia, and she didn't know what was happening to her, but she said she had a job. Usually she didn't have to exert a lot of energy. But whenever she got home, she has to just lay flat on the couch. And she's there. Her husband prepared the meal, the dinner, and she would eat and then she would just go to bed. She didn't have no energy. Her immune system was so weak she couldn't keep up, and the job that she had was a part-time job. It wasn't even a full-time job, right? So imagine if she was exerting a lot of energy. And it says that persons who are physical, they are out there, children, teenagers, adults who are always out there not having a sitting job may realize that their immune system is very low or is weakened, eat quicker and may want to check it out quicker. So this lady actually went and she actually fainted one day at church. And so when they went to check out what was going on with her, it was found that she had iron deficiency anemia. So it's a real thing. It happens to persons, and sometimes it's not detected, especially if it happens over a period of time. Oh my goodness, yes, especially over a period of time. So sometimes you may think you're tired and weak, but it may be that your iron level is pretty low. So another thing, if it's left untreated, complications during pregnancy. And this is a very big one. It's because, the mother is caring for both the child and herself during pregnancy. So basically the iron is cutting off. Difficulty thinking clearly, you have fog. You're not thinking clearly. That's another thing that you have to look out for. And especially in our elderlies, that's something that you have to really pay attention to. Reduce physical endurance. You don't have the energy. And that was happening to me. I didn't have the energy, to continue going when I know that I would normally continue going. And this is over a period of time. My energy since this year started has really cut back. That drive. I even thought about not continuing YouTube because, I just feel like something is wrong. And I just feel like I'm not making any headway the way that I want to. And even the way that I promised. And I feel like I'm just lying to everybody. And I don't like to lie. I got in trouble when I was smaller, when my mom, my mom, I took something out of the fridge. And right after I took it out of the fridge, my mom said, "Who took this out of the fridge?" And I did not say it was me. And just when I did not say, I had the opportunity and I did not say it, there comes. I actually took it when my mom said, "Who took?" Oh, I hid it. I literally hid it in my bosom. And my mom said, "Who took this?" And I just hid it because I just took it. Maybe she saw me and was trying to bring out that honesty in me. And so I didn't. And it fell. It fell right there. And from that day, I said, I don't want to lie. I don't want to steal. I don't want to do anything like that. Right? So that's something that I don't like. Tell me the truth and I'll deal with it. Right? So I don't want to lie. When I say I'm going to be watching your videos, when I say I'm going to be bringing this and I don't bring it, I am lying. And I don't want to feel that way. But these are things that is going on that I have to be honest about, that I didn't know that my iron was so low that it becomes anemic, right? So this is why it's important to catch it early and take care of our health, because things like these can happen. Pregnant ladies, please make sure your iron level is up. Do get regular checks. Whenever you have these symptoms, check and see if everything is okay with your iron. Foods that are high in iron, and this is something I want you to pay attention to because it's so important with our iron being up or low. There are two types of iron in food. We have the Heme iron, absorb the best. I hope I pronounce it properly. The Heme iron is a form of iron found exclusively in animal-based foods like red meat, poultry, and seafood. It is absorbed efficiently up to 30% by the body compared to plant-based non-Heme iron. It is critical for replenishing iron levels and treating anemia due to its high absorption rate. And you have red meat, chicken, turkey, fish, liver. I know when we're growing up, my mom used to give us liver as one of the things. So I know about that. I still do eat fish, but I don't eat meat like that. I know if I go to an environment where there's no food, then I may not. It all depends. But for me, I would eat fish. But we don't eat fish that often. But plant-based, like we're getting to it now. So the next type of iron is plant-based iron, non-Heme, is readily available in lentils, beans. I love beans. Tofu, pumpkin seeds, dark leafy. Katie says salmon is very good for you. Yes, salmon is very good. Salmon is one of the fish that I love. I love sprat and I love salmon. I don't know if you know sprat, but that's one of my fish that I love. Yes, I love salmon. I love it. And Andel does a good salmon. Yes, on special occasions where he decides to cook, and he gets the salmon and he seasons it up and he bakes it in the oven. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I'll get to take on a journey one day when he's doing it. But he does it pretty well, really cooked. And I like when he does it. So dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, and big up to Carolyn, my friend. She called me and she's a nurse and she told me about the kale, told me about the spinach, gave me her experience, and I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate. She actually saw the video. If you haven't watched it yet, please watch that video. Where I went to the hospital. So when I went to the emerged. So she saw it and she called me, right? So I appreciate that conversation, Carlin. So thank you very much for reaching out and giving me your support and your knowledge and your experience. So dark green, leafy greens like spinach, kale, quinoa, and fortified cereals. These are plant-based, right? While less easily absorbed than animal-based iron, absorption can be significantly increased by doing this. By pairing these foods with vitamin, which one of the vitamins? Guess which one of the vitamins? Let me know in the chat which vitamins can help to absorb the iron of plant-based. Let me see in the chat which vitamin it absorbs in. I just give a minute because sometimes the chat is a little bit behind. I didn't use the software tonight because I wanted it to be of better quality. So it's actually vitamin C, citrus, peppers, broccoli, and also try to avoid tea and coffee during meals. We're going to get into what to avoid, right? So we have spinach, we have kale, we have lentils, we have chickpeas. Yes, chickpeas is one of the ones that we eat. Tofu, also lentils. We love lentils. Lentil stew. I love lentil stew. Tofu, pumpkin seeds, quinoa. And I love a good quinoa salad. So you can put in quinoa salad. I don't know if you have ever tried it, but let me know. You have cucumbers. You can put chickpeas in there. You can put beans in there as well. Vitamin A and beta carotene can also help release iron for better absorption. Thank you so much for that. I never knew that. Wonder if I can copy that. Okay, I can't copy it, but I'm going to type that also in as well. So I'm just going to make a note of it. So that is vitamin A and beta carotene. Maybe I knew, but I didn't have it in this because I'm always going over the vitamins and all of those things because it really is good to know what we're eating and know what carries what. And also iron fortified cereals. Some of the cereals, if you look on the box, you will see that it says fortified, iron fortified. And those you can have as well because they give you that iron that your body need. And I can also say skillet pan, iron skillet, right? So it's like a little deep pan that you cook in. Is more like you're doing stir fry and it have a little depth. So when you turn over the vegetables, it doesn't go off and it's well eaten. So it has iron. It's like an iron. It's iron, so the iron would be absorbed and going. Cast iron skillet. That is the name. Cast iron. That's what I was trying to remember. Cast iron. Yes, I do have one because, as I said, about 2 years ago, my iron level was low, and that was one of the recommendations from the doctor. And I got one But to tell you the truth, I don't always use it when I'm doing stir fry. I don't always use it. So now I have to go back to that iron skillet. Now, the power of citrus, very important. So vitamin C helps your body absorb iron better. And also Katie says vitamin A and body to absorb it better. So I'm going to put it right down here. Okay, that information. There we go. So food sources include your oranges. Name me some of the other citrus that you think that have vitamin C in it. Some of the food that has vitamin C. Let me know some of those food that have vitamin C. So we have oranges. What else do you think? What else do you think? Grapefruit. I love grapefruit. We're talking about Andel. Andel, can you bring one of the orange for me, please? Okay, sorry about that. But grapefruit, I love grapefruit. And can you bring the knife as well? So I love grapefruit. That's what. Yes, Bobby, grapefruit. Any other citrus fruit? Any other vitamin C fruits that you are food that you can that has vitamin C? Anything else? Any other food? Okay, so we have lemons. Lemons, right, Katie, just on time. Lemons, yes. Green peppers, good. That's good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we have green peppers too. Clementine, yes, yes. Citrus, I like clementine. They are nice. So, what about tomatoes? So, kiwi, broccoli, strawberries. Yes, Brussels sprout. I love Brussels sprout and cantaloupe. I love all of those. Yes, cantaloupe as well. So, kiwi. We said kiwi, and we said, and the other one is, I'm hungry now. The cantaloupe had me because I love cantaloupe as well. And we also have pineapples. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wanted a whole one as well. I wanted a whole one. Yes. Also, this one, pineapples. Yes, pineapples. And pineapples is such a powerful one. Yes. So I'm going to show you something that we Andel brought home on Friday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. So if you eat, all right. So Andel brought it for me. So this is actually orange. It has a particular name. You remember the name, Andel? It, it has a particular name. It's from Morocco, and it's like this in winter, late spring, blood orange. Yes, blood orange. But there's another name that is given to it, but I can't remember it. But yes, it is one of the types of blood orange, but it has a specific name. But it is the blood orange, and this is how it actually looks. So the color is like this, blood looking, or you say is burgundy, or it is deep red. But it gets its color in the winter and in this early spring. So this is the time that it actually gets its color like this. So I just wanted to share that with you. So citrus comes in many forms, but in Jamaica, they, it looks like a grapefruit, and maybe it's a grapefruit, but because it looks like an orange and it's small, they say it's a blood orange, but it could be a grapefruit. who to tell, because in Jamaica, where I'm from, there's a Miss Bertha, she's gone, and Mr. Watson, they're gone. God, may their soul rest in peace. But they had a grapefruit tree that was very small. It could hold it in their hand, and it's super, super, super sweet. So yes, please stock up on your vitamin C having whenever you're having iron foods, because it helps to absorb the iron better. So if you eat spinach or beans, adding lemon juice or orange slices, yes, orange slices, is help your body absorb the iron much better. And we are moving on. We're moving on. Tangelo, I love Tangelo. It's not Tangelo, but I know Tangelo. I know Tangelo. Yes. Yes, so Tangelo is a Tangelo. Yes, I know Tangelo. Um, there's one called ugly fruit. It's really ill-shaped, but it's round like grapefruit. But it looks like lemon, but you know, but it's big. It's bigger. Yes. Let me see Tangelo. Um, Tangelo. Tangelo. This is Tangelo, but there's another one. Oh, one day we'll do the different varieties. Yes. So the grapefruit, I was telling you that, yes, this was what I was trying to, that you have grapefruit that has this color as well. I've seen grapefruit with the orange, with the blood orange color. So you have grapefruit that are like that. Things that can block iron absorption. Tangerine. Yes, tangerine is another one. It's so easy. You can just put it in your handbag, and when you feel, you just peg it and have it. Yes, tangerine. That we usually have a lot in Jamaica. We don't have a lot now. They're rare now, but we used to have a lot of tangerine in Jamaica. Things that can block your iron absorption. You have foods that you have to be careful when you're eating iron foods. Yes, 100%. When you're eating iron foods, you have to make sure you don't have these when you're having iron foods. Coffee and tea. Coffee and tea does block iron absorption. Cocoa. I never thought about the cocoa, but yes, cocoa. I love cocoa. It's kind of like chocolate, right? But when you taste that, especially when you do it with the banana, my mom used to do that for Sunday breakfast. With your breadfruit and your ackee and saltfish. Oh my gosh, really good. Then you have your dairy products. Yes, those block your absorption of iron. Then you have your calcium supplements. I knew about this. The calcium supplements also block your absorption. So doctors often recommend taking iron supplements away from coffee or dairy because of what it does. So bear in mind when you're having your vitamin C with your like lemon, green peppers, kiwi, broccoli, strawberries. With your iron foods, try and stay away from tea and coffee and cocoa and dairy products. Now we're down to the final section, lifestyle tips to recover. So these are some helpful tips that I want to share based on the topic that we are discussing. You have iron, eat iron-rich foods daily. Iron-rich foods daily. And we talk about, Katie says, no one will dare to take my coffee away. Laugh out loud. I know. I know that coffee is something that we love. I don't drink coffee, I must say. Disclaimer. I've never had coffee, but I know that it is something that is loved. There's another, let me see if I find it. Well, I told you about it. There's this tree. Katie loves her coffee. Yes, persons. I tell you, I was working at this place, and it was pure men, and they love their coffee. When we say love, 2 3 glass for the cups for the day, and it's usually black coffee. Yes, they'll put some milk in it, or they'll put some sugar. Yes, they love it, but it can affect the absorption of iron in your body when you're taking iron. And we talk about an also machine to make it. Okay, okay. You have the machine. You have probably the presser machine. I think that's the name of it that they call it. Yes. So make sure you don't have the two, Katie, so that you get the iron that your body needs. And we talk about the plant-based iron, that you have red meat, chicken, turkey, fish, liver, but please try not to have a lot of red meat, because red meat can cause other things, right? So try to have um, your meat. If you eat meat, if you are plant-based, you may have to get additional supplement. But spinach, if you can, probably double the dose of the amount of spinach you eat. Kale, lentils, beans. I love black bean with a passion. Chickpeas, tofu, pumpkin seeds, quinoa, and iron fortified meals, cereals. We know them because we may have to buy them for our children. Children love cereal, so we tend to get the iron fortified ones. And as we said before, the absorption: oranges, lemons, strawberries, kiwi, pineapple, tomatoes, bell pepper. We talk about tangerine, tangelo. We talk about clementine, and all of these, lemons, grapefruit, right? So let's stock up on those. Combine iron foods with vitamin C. Remember that the two. And then it says take supplements as prescribed. I will have to get supplements. I haven't received the prescription as yet, because the doctor has to prescribe the one that she wants for me. So when I get that prescription, I think she may have sent it, but I haven't seen it. I haven't looked in my email as yet. I haven't checked my emails as yet. So when I do, it may be there, but she's going to prescribe that for me, the right supplement that she want me to use. And then also stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Remember also to get fresh air in the mornings, especially in the mornings before traffic and all of that. Try and get your oxygen in. That will also help with transporting the different red blood cells throughout your body that your body needs. And get regular blood tests, because that's what I did. I tried to do it at the beginning of the year, every year, to make sure that my body is operating healthy. So make sure you get your regular blood test. Avoid tea, coffee right after iron meals. So we have Andel Queenland 5308. One love. That was what I was trying to remember. So Andel Queenland 5308 is one of our members. And that, as you know, is Andel. So that is his personal account. I was surprised, but he is a part of our membership. So welcome, Andel. Welcome, Andel. And thank you so much for pouring into me. It really means a lot to me that you pour. As my husband, you believe in me. And I tell you, when I was really feeling like quitting YouTube, he was the one that encouraged me to continue, because it's going to get better. I was feeling very low about it. I was, everything. I felt like I just wanted to step back, because I wasn't putting out videos. I wasn't doing the things that I promised that I'll do. But he said it's going to get better. Ah, and he encouraged me. He was trying to communicate something to me. So the next thing I want you to do is use allium. Thank you so much, Cece. Thank you so much, Katie, for the love. I appreciate it for Andel. And cooking with garlic and onions can increase non-EMA iron absorption. So I cook with a lot of onions and I cook with a lot of garlic. So those also will help to increase the absorption of iron. And as we talk about the cast iron skillet, the cast iron pan, that also. And another thing you can do is to soak or sprout legumes to reduce phytates. And phytates are natural compounds found in plant-based foods like grains, seeds, nuts, and legumes, acting as the primary storage form of phosphorus, often called anti-nutrients. They bind to materials such as iron, zinc, and calcium in the gut, reducing their absorption. However, they also offer health benefits, including potential antioxidant and anti-cancer properties. So try to soak these legumes. These help to take off the phytates that are coat the seeds, that act as also protection for the seed. So when you soak them, it also help with that. So the cast iron, cooking with garlic and onions, getting regular blood tests, not having coffee and tea and cocoa and milk and all these things, staying hydrated, getting your oxygen each morning, fresh air, taking supplements as prescribed, vitamin C combined with your iron, you will have better iron absorption. And this is where we come to the end of our program. It's now 5 minutes after 9. I must say that in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, we are 1 hour ahead now than even Jamaica. I'm not sure the time where you are, but I do keep the same 8 p.m. based on my time. So sorry if we have started earlier for you or later for you where you are at. All right. So my question for you before I go, um, have you noticed a difference in your energy after you do any of these? And that's the question I'm going to ask at the end of when we do the challenge. If you are coming on board with me with the challenge in April, I'll be doing a I am quitting sugar challenge for 1 month. I want to take back my health. I want to make sure I'm in optimal health. I'll be creating a guide. I am quitting sugar guide and a worksheet. It will have worksheet in there, so it will be very packed with different things. It will give you a list of different stuff that you can buy, different food that you can buy, and what those foods carry, the different vitamins those food carry. So it's really a compact. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and God is saying that you need to do it. You need to do it. So I'm going to use this opportunity to gain back my health in the way that I should be. I should be in optimal health. So this guide, it will be for free to those who are members. And I implore you to join my membership to also get a journey of that process that I'll be going through. And if you're not, I could try. I really need to eat more fruit with natural sugar. Yes, she told me, my doctor told me, don't stop eating those natural fruits. Because I told her I do eat apples and, I love apples. So we always have apples and we have other fruits. But she's saying don't come off those. Those are natural sweeteners, sugar that you're to continue having. So yes, I would love to have you join in, CC and KT, as well as all my members. You'll be on this journey with me. So you'll be getting updates as I go along. You can do it, buddy. Yes, I know CC can do it. So encourage you to join this with me. Sometimes we don't know that we're sick, but there may be something going on. So by doing this challenge, whatever is going on, you'll be healing your body. And I implore you to also get a checkup and know what's going on. It would probably help my depression. Yes. Yes, I've been going through that too. I've been going through some low moments. I know I realize that the iron also contributes to that. It really does put you in a low mood, right? But I also understand what you're going through, Cece. And I believe that this will help you and it will also help your family if they join as well, right? It will help. So the book that I'm thinking that is going to be based on what I want to put in there is going to be like 100 pages. I'm trying to let it stay at 100 pages, but it will be well worth the starting with me, joining with me, and going through the guide with me. And also, if you're not joining my membership and you want the booklet, the guide, it will cost $25. I'm trying for it not to be more than that, but it will be for $25. So if you don't want to join the membership to get the journey and to share your journey as well, and you will have the book for free, then it will be $25. And I would love your support any way you choose. I will appreciate it because this is actually what I do. I actually do content creation. This is my career, my new career. It was a bold move, and sometimes I regret it, and sometimes I see where lives are being changed, lives are being affected. I have a community that I would never have had if I've never done this. And I've met beautiful people like Bobby Too, CC, Katie Peter, yes, Retire Beard. So many persons I can list. So many persons. One of my new subscribers, Young Tree. Yes. And Nathaniel. Yes. So if I didn't do this, I would not have met so many beautiful people. So please join me on that journey. As I close, I just want to say health is something we often take for granted until our body speaks. This week, my body spoke. It has been speaking, but I didn't know what was going on until I went to the doctor this week. So I am listening. If sharing this helps even one person recognize the signs and take better care of their health, then this conversation was worth having. And I'm really happy that I've had all of you joining this conversation, commenting, sharing, and participating. I really appreciate it. Please do give a thumbs up. Let us see at least 8 thumbs up on the stick before we go. And we are going to close. And I want to say, remember, with God, all things are possible. No matter what you're going through, that with God, all things are possible. One love, God bless you, and I'll see you next Saturday night. Take care. Love you loads. Love you lots. God bless you. May this upcoming week be a blessing, and I'm hoping to have more time to. Good night, my friends. I love you all. Mwah. Love you, Cece. Love you, Katie, Peter, Hans, and love you. And Young Chi say good night. Thank you for all sticking with me and for being a blessing in my life. Do take care and have a wonderful week ahead. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Bobby, too. Good night, and thanks for everything. All right. Blessings.